I've had bad luck with women. Bad luck with women. I've been widowed 3 times. My first wife, she broke a leg, so I had to shoot her. My second wife, she died of poison mushrooms. And my third wife, she had a broken neck. Bitch wouldn't eat the mushrooms. Stubborn bitch. But I'm thrilled to be up here in front of an audience like this. This is great for me. At my age, you know, I play a lot of old age homes, a lot of assisted living places, a lot of hospices, you know? And the other comics, they break my chops. They say, Billy, isn't that embarrassing? Isn't that demeaning? You know, you get these captive audiences, people in wheelchairs hooked up to IVs, dribbling on themselves, don't you? No! Not for a comic. It's gold. It's the easiest gig I ever had. Between the Alzheimer's, the dementia, they don't remember a word I'm saying. I do the same 10-minute bit over and over again for 40 minutes. I crush the room, you know? And there's perks. There's perks. Every now and I see a gilf, you know? A hot gilf, you know? One without a walker. And I zoom in like a hawk, you know? The only problem is, of course, when I do get lucky and a chick says she wants to slip into something comfortable, it's usually a coma. But let me tell you something about who I am, and please no gratuitous applause. I'm not saying it for that reason. I just want to tell you my life story real quick. It'll be about 40 seconds, if you don't interrupt me. I came to this country in 1950 by boat through Ellis Island. I grew up in the streets of the Bronx. At 18, I went to Vietnam. After Vietnam, I came back. I was a legal bookmaker for a while. Then I tended bar for a while. Then I owned a couple of bars. Then I got in the New York City Fire Department for 23 years, South Bronx and Harlem. I was a first responder at 9/11. And the only reason I'm telling you all this is because through the whole journey, I was battling alcohol and drugs, especially alcohol. Alcohol doesn't really run in my family. It gallops, you know? Everybody in my family's dead from cirrhosis. Everybody, except for my grandmother. My grandmother, Lord have mercy on her, she lived to be 95 years old, and she drank every single day of her life. And she would have made 96 too, but she got stabbed to death in a bar fight. But I don't drink anymore, and don't get me wrong, I mean, I'm not a Puritan, you know what I mean? I still smoke a little bit of the devil's lettuce every now and then, you know? Man does not live by bread alone, you know? As a matter of fact, I tell you the truth, I smoked so much pot tonight, I was trying to take a picture of this beautiful young lady before with my wallet. But I don't drink anymore. Let me tell you what kind of drunk I was. I was once on a cruise ship, and I thought I stumbled on the world's hottest slot machine. You know, every time I put $20 in that slot, the machine would rain quarters. You know, bing, 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 bing. I put $400 through that slot before I finally figured out I was playing a change machine. I once woke up after a 3-day load with a woman's prosthetic leg in my bed. No idea how it got there. I don't know if somebody was playing a joke on me, I robbed it, I mean, I don't know. But of course, the first thing you do when you wake up with a leg in your bed is you grab your own legs. And the next thing I thought was, good God Almighty, how drunk must this chick have been to come home with a guy who doesn't even remember her hopping around the bedroom? You know what I mean? I mean, this ain't like a mole or a stutter. This is something I should remember, you know? And then I took it a step further. I said, oh my God, man. What kind of a monster must I have been? This chick would rather hop home rather than risk waking me up to get a light, you know? But you know, when you get older, you don't get any smarter. but you feel compelled to give advice. First for you women out there, a piece of advice, beautiful young girls. Find yourself a guy who's good between the sheets. You know what I mean? That's important. Find yourself a guy with a few dollars in the bank. That's important. Find yourself a guy with a sense of humor. That's important. Now, this is very important. Under no circumstances, let those three guys meet, no matter what you do. Here's another piece of advice. You know, these young people, the young guys especially, you think, you know, you want to get a Porsche or a Ferrari, or you think you need a hot car or a hot apartment or something to impress girls, to pick up girls. Nah, you don't need any of that stuff. You want to meet girls, this is how it's done. Get yourself a small, floppy, a floppy, sloppy puppy. That's not easy to say. A floppy, sloppy puppy. A little puppy. You know what a floppy puppy is? Go down to the busiest intersection you can find, the busiest part of town, get a baseball cap, stick it on the floor, and put that puppy in that hat. I guarantee you, every chick that comes by, look at the puppy, oh my God! You go! And now all you gotta do, talk to the girl for a few seconds and find out if she's smart. If she's smart, tell her she's beautiful. If she's beautiful, tell her she's smart. You can't miss! Here's another piece of advice. You can't miss! I mean, beautiful women are sick of me and tell them they're beautiful. Tell them they're smart. Smart women, tell them they're beautiful. You can't tell, you can't miss. That's Casanova's secret. It's always worked for me. Here's another piece of advice. Now, you know, I mean, I don't drink anymore, but I see you people out there, you're having a couple of pops, you're having a couple of squirts, and that's great. I wish I could join you. I mean, I'd love to be able to have a couple of drinks. I wish I could. But it's inevitable. Some night you're going to be out 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, you're going to drink too much. You're going to come home at 5 o'clock, your wife, your girlfriend's going to be asleep. You don't want to wake her up, you don't want to get your balls broke. Don't make the mistake a lot of guys do. They come home at 5 o'clock in the morning, they take off their shoes, they put the key in the door, they sneak up the stairs. So you're going to wake up and break your balls every time. Do what I used to do when I came home at 5 o'clock in the morning, Stu, I didn't want to get my balls broken. You kick open the door, you storm up the stairs, and you scream at the top of your lungs. Anybody looking to get laid in this freaking house or what? Guaranteed she rolls over and all you hear is... You can cook a turkey out there in that kitchen, bang pots, pans, that bitch ain't getting out of bed. You're golden till the morning.